Good morning, doctor. My name is Yen Thong A20EC0107. Today, I'm going to present my final year project, which my title is Attendance Integrated Tuition Center Web-Based Application. My supervisor is Dr. Farhan bin Muhammad. So for today's presentation, we'll look into 6 chapters, which is Introduction, Literature Review, Methodology, Requirement Analysis and Design, System Implementation, Testing, as well as Conclusion. So the first chapter, Introduction. The current process of managing tuition centers can be time-consuming and inefficient. Teachers often have to manually record attendance and manage the course registrations, which can be a burden on both them and the tuition center administration. These challenges can lead to administrative burdens for both teachers and administrators who have to spend significant amounts of time to manage the attendance records and course registration instead of focusing on teaching and providing quality education to their students. While for the students, they are having an inefficient communication with their teachers. There is a lack of streamlined platform for interaction with teachers. So there are 4 main objectives for this project, which the first one is to improve the attendance tracking system by implementing real-time facial recognition technology for accurate and efficient recording. Second is to enhance the communication between students and teachers by providing a platform for easy and seamless interaction. Third is to provide a user-friendly web-based application that meets the needs of all users, making it accessible and convenient for all stakeholders. The last one is to reduce the workload of teachers by providing an automated attendance tracking system, allowing them to focus more on teaching and providing quality education to the students. So the project scope of this attendance system is the system will be accessible to all students and teachers involved in the tuition center, and it will be available 24/7 and also provide a user-friendly interface for easy navigation. Next, we will look into Chapter 2, Literature Review. So the first is the features of tuition center system. The features of tuition center systems can vary depending on the system's type and vendor. However, some common features include attendance tracking, course management, student progress tracking, and also parent-teacher communication. The tuition center systems provide several benefits to students, parents, and teachers, as well as the tuition center administrators. Some of these benefits include you improve efficiency by automating administrative tasks, enhance communication between parents, students, and teachers, contactless management, especially useful during the COVID-19 pandemic, and also enhance the security through biometric identification and data encryption. So, while the tuition centers have also some drawbacks, such as the cost. The cost can be a barrier, particularly, especially for the small tuition centers. So the technology used in these projects is the software including Visual Studio Code and also PHP MyAdmin. The technology including MySQL, PHP, CSS, HTML, and JavaScript API. Now we will talk about the methodology that I use in this project. The Agile methodology was selected as the preferred approach for developing this system. Considering the specific context of the proposed web-based application, which focus on managing attendance in a tuition center, the Agile model aligned well with the project's goals. The Agile phases that I have uses in this project, including from planning, requirement analysis, designing, implementation, and also testing. Next, I will share about the requirement analysis and design. In this project, the functional requirements including allows the new users to create accounts by providing necessary information, as well as, for example, their name, email, and password, and enables registered users to access the system using their credentials. Teachers can manage attendance, and students can record their attendance through facial recognition using a camera. Authorized users can generate detailed attendance reports for classes, subjects, or individual students. Facilities, messaging, and announcements between instructors and students within the system. And the last one is the system can apply for class enrollment. Teachers can manage class details and enrollment requests. This is the use case diagram for the project. The system will have register, login, attendance, reports, communication, and class enrollment. Both teacher and students can use all these functions. So this is the database for my project. It includes several key tables such as attendance, chats, class, enroll class member, messages, and teacher. These tables support the core functionalities of user management, class management, attendance tracking, and also the communication within the application. After that, I will share about the system implementation of this project. So the first feature we are going to look into is the attendance feature. Within the attendance integrated teaching center web-based application, it allows students to conveniently mark their attendance using their device camera through facial recognition technology. Both students and teachers can easily access and review the attendance records. So this is the initial setup for the facial recognition feature includes embedding a video element within a container, which is the div class video container. This element is configured with specific dimensions and attributes such as autoplay and muted, ensuring the seamless video playback without sound. And also to enable the facial recognition functionality, two JavaScript files are imported, which is the faceapi.min.js and also the frapp.js. These scripts leverage the face API.js library, a powerful tool for real-time face detection and recognition. The library also provides the core functionality for detecting the faces within the video stream, while the frapp.js likely contains the custom application logic for handling the capture video frames, performing face recognition, and logging the attendance based on the recognized face. This setup forms the foundation for implementing the facial recognition feature in my web application, facilitating the efficient attendance management through the automated face detection and logging. Then the start video function initializes the webcam video stream and sets up the necessary video element. It uses the navigator.media it uses the navigator media devices get user media to access the user's camera and displays the video stream in the designated video element. Next is the load models function. It is asynchronously loading the necessary face detection and recognition models using the library. These models include the tiny face detector, face landmark 68 net, the face recognition net, and also the SSD mobile net v1. Then the face recognition will start. This is done by the start recognition function, which initializes the face recognition on the video stream. It dynamically creates a canvas for drawing face detection results and continuously detects faces using the face API.detect all faces. The load label images function fetches labeled images of students from the server, detects their faces, and extract facial descriptors. These descriptors are used to create a face matcher object for recognizing registered students during attendance. While for the list directories PHP script at the right-hand side, it plays a crucial role in the attendance system by facilitating the dynamic loading of label image for facial recognition. It achieves this by retrieving a list of directories from the specified path, where each directory represents a student's identifier or name. This list is essential because it serves as the basis for fetching and loading corresponding images of students during the facial recognition process. By dynamically fetching the list using list directories.php and subsequently using it in the JavaScript function .label images, the system can automatically adapt to changes in student enrollments without requiring manual updates. This approach ensures that the system remains flexible and scalable, allowing the new students to be seamlessly integrated to the attendance tracking system through their labeled images. So this is the main execution of the face recognition feature. The run function orchestrates the entire process by sequentially loading models, starting the video stream, and initializing face recognition. And this is the code in recordattendance.php, which include the backend logic of recording student attendance. Firstly, it retrieves ongoing classes in which the student identified by getStudentID is currently enrolled. After that, it will retrieve details of the student, from the database based on their ID passed through get student ID. These PHP lines handle the process of managing class timings and adjustment for the attendance recording system in the web application. These commands in the second image will set the time zone for precise time management and create a date time object to obtain the current date and time. Then the start time will be adjusted by adding 30 minutes earlier to the current time. It formats the adjusted time. It formats the time to ensure the compatibility with the database and application requirements. The function is then used to call retrieve classes that are currently in session and fall within the adjusted time window. It utilizes the get class by class and time. It utilizes the get classes by class ID and time method of the class model object to query and return relevant class information. These integrated steps ensure that the attendance system accurately identifies and records classes that are actively ongoing within the specified time frame, enhancing efficiency and reliability in tracking student attendance. And this for each loop iterates through each class ID and the student ID is enrolled in. It checks if the class is ongoing, and if so, construct and executes an SQL query to insert an attendance record into the attendance table. Finally, the last line responds with a JSON encoded object containing the student's full name, confirming a successful attendance recording. Second is the report feature in the attendance integrated tuition center web-based application, which enables users to access and review various types of data stored in the system. Teachers can view the list of students and fellow teachers, as well as the detailed attendance reports for their classes. Students, on the other hand, can view their personal attendance record. To illustrate the implementation of this feature, I will use the View All Teachers functionality as an example. So this is the View All Teachers report interface. First, we will have the user authentication. This is crucial for protecting sensitive information from unauthorized access. Then the database connection is also included via a config file, which centralizes the database connection details. These are the functions to fetch data from the database, such as fetching teachers based on a filter and fetching unique teachers' name for filtering purpose. Next is the handling filters. The filter value is initialized and checked if it is set, and based on the filter, the appropriate data is fetched. After that, the system will integrate the HTML and JavaScript. The HTML code is used to display the data in a table format, and it includes a filter dropdown and print button. So the first image is showing the filter dropdown and apply button, and the second one is for the JavaScript function that used to apply filter. Then the code at the right hand side is a JavaScript function to print. So this is the code structure to display all the teachers. The teachers' data is displayed in a table, including their active and inactive classes. Lastly, the database connection is closed at the end to free up the resources. Next, we will look into the chat feature. The chat feature in the system allows students to send messages to their teachers, and for the teachers to send messages either to individual students or to all students in a specific class. This feature enhances the communication and ensures that all important information is conveyed efficiently. First, the chats.php file handles the display of all active chats for a teacher and allows them to start new chats with individual students or with an entire class. The upper code is used to fetch the students and classes, and the second one is to display the chat list. This is the teacher's chat list interface, and then we will use this if method to add a new chat or a class chat. So we can see the upper image is the teacher's interface of adding a new chat, and the bottom one is the teacher's interface of adding a class chat. Next, we will look into the chat list of students. The students' chats.php file allows students to view their chat histories with the teachers. The system will also fetch the students' chats first and then displaying chat lists using for each. So this will be the output of the student's checklist interface. The messages.php file is responsible for displaying the conversation between a teacher and a specific student. It retrieves and displays all messages for a selected chat. Then we will use the code to fetch the messages, then display them. Then we can view it in the system in this interface. The sendMessage.php script processes the sending of messages. It handles the form submission, inserts new message into database, and returns the message details in JSON format for real-time update. The code at the left-hand side is used to process the form submission, and the right-hand side is used to insert the message. In this feature, I'm using the controller logic. The chat controller and message controller files handle the business logic for chats and messages. The next feature in this system is the class enrollment. The class enrollment feature allows students to apply for their desired classes and teachers to manage these applications. This feature consists of two main parts, the student interface and also the teacher interface. First, we will have an enrollment controller. This controller handles the logic for adding new enrollments and updating the status of existing enrollments. This enrollment status.php file defines the different status of an enrollment and can have using PHP enums. As you can see in the codes, from pending until completed, there are 7 different status being defined by case number 1 to 7. Then the enrollment.php is about the student enrollment interface. This file handles the student interface for viewing and managing their enrollments. First, we will have the model instantiation and pagination, and the code at the bottom is the enrollment status filter and form submission handling. By using the HTML table structure, we will have an interface of students' class enrollment page like this. In this page, students can view all the active classes and they can choose any classes they want to apply. They can use the filtering function and find for their desired classes. There are 2 buttons, which is the My Application and My Class. So the left-hand side is the interface of My Application, and the second image is showing the interface of My Classes, which is displaying all the classes that the student have already successfully enrolled. Next, we will talk about the enrollment.php, which is the teacher enrollment interface. This file handles the teacher interface for viewing and managing the student applications. Same with students, they will have model instantiation and pagination, and also enrollment status filter, as well as form submission handling. On this page, teachers can view all the application done by students and to enroll into the classes. There is a filtering function that the teacher can use it to find for any application they want to. For every pending application, the teacher can choose to approve or reject or delete the application. While for the application that has already been approved, the action that can be done is to withdraw the student from that class. The next chapter will be the user testing. This section includes detailed description of the system usability scales (SUS) and the heuristic evaluation methods, outlining how these techniques were employed to gather feedback from users. We engaged a total of 14 students in these evaluations, with 11 participants testing the system as students and 3 participants testing as teachers. By involving both teachers and students, we aim to collect valuable insights into their experiences with the system. The System Usability Scale (SUS) is a reliable and widely used tool for measuring the usability of a system. SUS consists of a 10-item questionnaire with 5 response options ranging from strongly agree to strongly disagree. The table is next in the next slide. We will show the questions for testing. So we will have these 10 questions for our users. And this is the feedback that is collected from my 14 respondents using the SUS. Each question uses a 1 to 5 scale to gauge the agreement of disagreement with usability statements, and this is the summarized findings. Other than system usability scale, I have also conducted a heuristic evaluation. Heuristic evaluation is a usability inspection method used to identify usability problems in a user interface design. Users will conduct a heuristic evaluation by interacting within the system and then answering related questions in my Google Form. The table in the next slide will show the question for heuristic evaluation conducted in system testing. So the feedback was collected from 14 respondents using the heuristic evaluation. Each question used a 1 to 5 scale to gauge the agreement or disagreement with usability statements. Here are the summarized findings, and we have 10 different questions here, and the results is quite positive. The users have rated this system. Finally, we will look into the conclusion. So the Attendance Integrated Tuition Center web-based application has successfully achieved its primary objectives by improving attendance tracking through the real-time facial recognition, enhancing communication with a chat feature, provide a user-friendly interface, and also reducing the teacher's administrative workload. The future improvement that could be include integration with is the learning management system, advanced reporting and analytics, mobile application development, enhance security measures, and also personalize the learning features. In conclusion, the Attendance Integrated Tuition Center web-based application has made significant strides in improving educational management and communication. By addressing the suggested areas for future improvement, the system can continue to evolve and provide even greater value to its users. Here comes to the end of my presentation today. Thank you for listening to me. Have a nice day.